seems like to me this system here pretty much is going to be a 24/7 system that can do absolutely everything for the dealership at the exceptional, value of say a salesperson, finance person, BDC person, service department. Any employee that could be at the dealerships is going to do the most exceptional job
right.
of all those departments.
Right, and you
24/7.
can use it for as many or as few as those departments as you want.
Wow. All right, so
so like what? Well, I guess then to you, Tim, what are like the qualities of an exceptional salesperson? If you could hire like the ideal salesperson, what would some of the things that they do be? Like what do we look for in a good salesperson? Not an average, not an okay salesperson, but an actual good quality salesperson. What are some of the things they do?
So a well-trained salesman is going to come into the sales tower, trade information and all the customer information. So, and from there, your job's simple. You're going to get the trade value, run the numbers, for the deal. What if the lead that came to you did the same thing while being able to maximize much gross for your dealership as possible? What if the trade value is already taken care of and the deal was already wrapped up and ready to go?
So, I mean, basically what I get from that is like at a dealership, you have kind of multiple different salespeople. You're going to have your kind of subpar salespeople that are sitting there taking their paychecks who aren't necessarily your stars. You're going to have your average salesman. They're fine. They do the job. They go home. They make a decent living and they're fine. But then you have like your all-star salespeople. These are the people that you can rely on every single time to do the process right, how you have it written. They're going to go out. They're going to land a person on a vehicle. They're going to get them excited about the vehicle. They're going to bring a prepackaged deal typically to the tower and say, hey, this person wants this vehicle. This is what they're willing to pay. Can we make it happen, right?
There's nothing better when I'm a desk manager and I had a salesman who came up pretty much with the deal already wrapped up.
Here's the deal. That's what we're doing. So we're taking all of the good qualities of your sales staff, that is your exceptional sales staff, and putting that into a tool that you can use for all of your digital marketing. And you have that exceptional salesman, not an average salesman, an exceptional salesman working for you 24/7, handling literally all of your digital marketing. So that is the type of salesman that we are, that our tool is, rather than, here's some average stuff of, hey, tower, they like this vehicle, what can we do? Okay, great, they like the vehicle, but how much do they want to pay for the vehicle? What are their payment, what is their budget? Like, give me some more information. That's what we try to delve into in the system.
What this system is going to do is basically eliminate all of these issues for any dealership. Have you the exceptional salesperson that can go through the whole entire process of selling the vehicle, even going through the financing of it, wrapping it up. The only thing we have to do is just deliver the vehicle to them. Is that right?
Yeah, it can do all of that, and it can do as much or as little as you want.
So that's that guy there is the type of selling that this system does for a dealership 24/7.
Because the fact is, if you have an exceptional salesman, he's obviously wanting to make the money on the front end, but also you're wanting a customer that's going to keep coming back and that has a good experience at the dealership from the start to the finish. That includes your finance, it includes your service, it includes your parts, it includes the whole of the dealership. And so, that's kind of where this is different.
So on top of that, so after this system pretty much can do everything front to back, engages the customers, has a personality, makes it really fun for them to do the whole kit and caboodle. But the next thing would be, getting the leads to the dealership, and that's another thing that you.
Yeah, it goes immediately. There's no delay. You're not waiting on. A lot of these companies that have like chat tools, even if they say they're automated, normally at the end of the process, the end of the conversation, there is a human being manually entering those leads into the system so that they fall into your CRM. So they're somewhat delayed. Ours go in real time, and not only real time, but half the time they're going to get into your CRM before you're even done talking to our system. So before we say goodbye, you already have the lead, and sometimes they're going to get a text message from the salesperson before they've ever even exited the system fully. And so when I say, someone's going to be in contact with you, awesome, because a lot of times they're in contact before the conversation's even done. If your team's doing what they're doing, if you aren't using your team and you're using our BDC, I can guarantee they're going to be responded to before that conversation is over.
And as far as getting the attention of any customers and getting the leads, you can do any kind of ads from any social media. Yep. You could even do television, radio,
it doesn't
flyers,
matter.
whatever
Anything
it is.
can be done. It can be incorporated in any type of marketing. And then not only that, like once they land on the tool, like you've seen, whether it's in a text message or on Messenger or on like the native platform, it's not something that is easy to forget because it's so different. Like nobody else offers what we do. So when they land on it, they haven't seen it before. When you see something new, you're more intrigued by it. You're more likely to remember the name. So even if, let's say they don't go through the whole process, they're going to remember your name because of the tool, because it was so unique. And
going back to this, so the branded contact will text the system instead of the BDC or quality control specialist. So.
Yeah, so your branded contact, something also different with what we do is like if you get text messages, you probably get tons of text messages, right, in your phone. Most of them come through and they're just a circle with like a letter in them. They're just, if it's Tara, it's just a T and it's there. You're scrolling through and there's just so many of them. Ours come like actually branded, so your logo shows up with your name. So when you send a text, they're going to see your logo and your name. And it makes you stop.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it makes you stop.
It's going to be the dealership's logo when the customer receives the text. How cool is that?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's not just some generic text from some unknown number. It's going to say it's from your dealership with your logo. It stands out. When they're scrolling through their text message inbox, it's something that actually stands out to you. And then it's going to give them the capability, like I said, to communicate as they want to in the methods that they prefer with your dealership, which is important. I mean, everybody wants to communicate differently. Some people prefer text messaging. Some people prefer it to be on a Facebook Messenger. Some people don't want it on their phone at all. They want, to be able to communicate in a different way, which is why we created kind of a native way for them to access the tool without needing to download any kind of app. They don't have to if they don't want to.
So when the AI ran system receives a text, your customer will get answers from videos on how to pair their phone, setting
anything,
oil change.
Any common question that they have. The good thing about the program is it can respond if it needs to, with words, but a lot of times people need to see like a visual of what to do. So we can help you create a whole bunch of how-to videos on all of your most commonly asked questions. There's a big database of them available already for pairing your phone. We can send those. Or if you want to make it really personal with your dealership, we can come in, we can video it. Have someone in your service department showing all of the things that are common questions, a salesman, whoever. You can do as much or as little as you want. We can send graphics showing them how to do something like, where is XYZ located? We can send you a picture of in your vehicle where something like that is located. It can answer pretty much all of the questions that someone has.
Yeah.
That would make their experience with their car better, because you want them to have a good experience overall.
And when this goes to the dealership CRM and it's basically get all the information forever, you guys can actually do text campaigns and stuff for advertising for an oil change or something in service, stuff like that.
So if you purchased a vehicle, you want to send out some type of promotion, special offer to everyone that is in the concierge program for an oil change, we can do that. They can bring it in and redeem it. Tire rotations. It can be just, hey, we want to give you a free 15-point inspection or whatever, which we all know is an upsell opportunity for service. That's why you're getting them in there. But you can offer all those things. If there's parts, maybe you've had some parts sitting back there that you just can't get rid of, that are maybe because they're to a specific vehicle, we can pull up in your database everyone who owns that specific vehicle and try to sell them a part that you have sitting there. There's really endless. It just depends on what your needs are, and every dealership is slightly different. Right now a lot of dealerships need more trades. We can help with those things. Some dealerships are really just trying to push to service and parts. We can do that. It just depends on what you're needing specifically as a dealership.
Okay. And even as far as this goes, as far as I know, like in I've seen it where dealerships just don't pay attention. You could like brand it in every employee in that dealership to do the stuff, but like their CSI, stuff like that. So that's stuff that you can do also to make sure you can keep the CSIs up, dealerships, do it for the people who won't do it. And
it can all be automated. It's an automated process. So I buy a car today, I can have it set to where exactly 3 years. They're going to get the follow-up to buy back the vehicle, or whatever it may be. I can set it at specific intervals to say, hey, it's time for an oil change, time for any,
Seems like to me this system here pretty much is going to be a 24/7 system that can do absolutely everything for the dealership at the exceptional, value of say a salesperson, finance person, BDC person, service department. Any employee that could be at the dealership is going to do the most exceptional job of all those departments.
Right, and you can use it for as many or as few as those departments as you want.
Wow.